What's up, listeners? Thanks for tuning in to another episode of the In the Endzone podcast. Just a quick heads up before we jump into it. You can find this episode as well as some of our previous recordings on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. You can find us by searching at Settle Down Media on both of those sites. Also, be sure to follow us on our new Instagram page. That's In the Endzone podcast on Instagram. It is live. We post videos weekly. So follow us, interact, let us know what you guys think and anything we should talk about in our further episodes. Finally, our biggest piece of information, the biggest thing we've done on the podcast since, we have finally released our own Patreon channel. $3 a month, less than a cup of coffee. If you enter now before July 31st, you will be entered in to win a $150 jersey of your choice. NHL, F1, NASCAR, hockey, football, baseball. Hell, even you could get a college jersey. We don't care. $150, your choice. If you wanted to get multiple up to that amount, we're happy to do so for you. So thanks for listening to this and enjoy this episode. Peace.
Yo, what's happening, fellas?
What's going on?
Keaton, where are we at today?
I'm home. I'm home. I mean, listen, bro. I'm back. I'm back.
God.
I told you. No more tomfoolery. No, but I'm back. We're back. We're working. I'm an employed man once again. Life's good. Couldn't be better.
Nice.
Good man.
Hell yeah, brother.
Back home,
yeah.
dude.
Cool.
I mean, look at this wall. Look at that piano.
Back at it, man. Are you taking
Look at that
lessons
piano.
again, or was that just kind of like a temporary thing?
See, look at that, dude. It's real.
Are you able to stick your finger inside that fireplace that's right there behind you?
I might burn myself.
Oh yeah. Well,
Yeah,
it doesn't
there's
look like it's
definitely
lit
fire
though.
in there.
Okay.
Sorry,
Anyway,
that one
whatever.
just had to be sketched.
No, I mean it
That had to be
didn't,
that-
but
that-
that's okay.
that had
That's
to
okay.
be
That's okay.
It
No,
just
but it
came
didn't.
rolling off the tongue. I'm sorry. That's my one.
That's fine. That's fine.
Let's start at 2:10. Anthony, I'll just ask you how your day's been.
Okay.
Well, that's epic, Keaton. Anthony, how's your day been?
My day's been all right. I was at the dentist.
Or I guess your week.
Yeah. I was at the dentist today. They did some stuff. I have like an Invisalign thing in right now.
Really?
Also, my entire face was numb today. It kind
What
of
did you
sucked.
get done?
They just had to fill some of the teeth up.
You've been a naughty boy.
I have been because
I'll fill you
since
up.
I was gone, because when I was, unfortunately, like it sucks, but it's the bad truth right there.
That's tough.
Yeah.
That's tough.
Like, because that's the first time I went in like over a year. And I know you're not supposed to do that, but I just never had the time to because of everything going on with school and then moving. So I
How
never
many
had
cavities
time
did you
to-
have?
How many cavities? That we're not talking about.
You
No,
know, because you know, there's like a scientific study that shows that soda and cavities are like very closely linked.
Oh, I know they are. I know they
didn't
are.
know if you had any cavity. I didn't really know what happened. So
No, I did.
Oh my
I did.
God.
They sucked. So it sucked, but all good. My
Nice.
jaw hurts a lot because I had to like have my mouth open for
bet.
fucking 2 hours.
damn, dude.
Yeah.
Bro,
How have
that
your classes
thing.
been? Or I should say your
Good.
class.
Good, actually. It was very informative. We went over AI a lot, and
Allen
we
Iverson?
learned how it's a disadvantage to us, how it is advantage to us. Sorry. Like how scary it really is, honestly, and like what to look for inside of like I don't know, an AI like imagery or video or something like that, how to tell it's fake. Which is
cool.
really interesting. We also made a few AI songs within a minute.
Nice.
Yeah, pretty cool stuff.
What were you, like Drake or something?
No, we made a country outlaw song about Tank. He's the arson dog that was there in
Really?
the class.
That's
yeah,
kind of epic.
yeah.
That's kind of epic.
It was
Oh, yeah.
so funny. It was so.
Wait, how
funny.
did you do it?
It's literally an AI app. You just literally go.
Like type in lyrics and that's it?
No, you don't even type the lyrics. You just say, write
Make me a song about this.
Give me an country outlaw song about Tank the arson dog with San Ramon Valley fire. And
Did it
then,
have to be
my
country?
God.
no, you could do whatever you want.
That's creepy, man.
Dude, it legit sounded like a real song. I'm not even kidding. It wasn't even bad. It wasn't like a bad song. Like it was actually
Oh my
like, whoa,
God.
why is this like actually kind of good? It was
Right.
weird.
That
There's
is
an
really weird.
there's an A, and then real quick, I'll just go into this and then move
Oh,
on.
you're good.
There's an AI that can literally create an app for you whenever you want, for like whatever you want it to be, which is insane. Very scary.
Don't like it, man. Just don't like it.
This is probably the creepiest one. There's an AI app or something on the computer where, say like Zach, I took a photo of you. Okay. I had a photo of you and I plugged it into that. It will legit scan every single photo of you from the internet and from everywhere, and it will have them all listed right there in front of me.
Hell yeah.
Like
It'll
Instagram,
scan
TikTok, everything.
everything.
Let's go,
Everything.
dude.
Ooh, I don't like that.
Can you send me that?
I can actually.
me
I
that
have them all written
article?
down.
Cool.
Mhm.
Thank
Sydney
you.
Sweeney.
No, actually, I swear to God, I have so many cases for that. I would love to use that thing. And all legal, all like normal, not like weird business.
That sounds so sus, man.
No,
It sounds sus.
look. People that I went to the boarding school with, I'd love to see what they're up to. That's what I want to do it for. So.
That's legal, or that's illegal.
No, it's not.
It's
That
not.
just seems illegal. I
It's
don't
not.
know.
It's
not illegal.
Maybe it's not. Maybe that is legal, but it just
Maybe you're
kinda seems
capping.
frowned upon.
It's
That's
weird.
like
Frowned upon?
Facebook. That's like Facebook on steroids.
It is. It's
Hey,
insane.
I
Like,
could use it.
it's just
I don't know,
creepy,
man. I
right?
wouldn't do
Right,
it.
guys? It's creepy. It's weird.
It is very
There's a whole
creepy.
bunch of stuff that they've had to cancel because of AI. I don't know, but I'll go into that later. But
Yeah.
other than that, though, went into court. Didn't go into court, but went over a lot of court stuff as well.
Oh, did you hear
That's
this?
about
You have a
it.
test or anything?
Did you hear this by any chance in court?
Objection.
No, did not hear that
Okay.
word.
Okay.
It was just a lot of
Do
questioning.
you have any exams or quizzes or anything? Are you
No.
done now?
hmm
Nice. Oh,
So
yeah.
no,
So you got the
no
cert?
quizzes, no exams. Yeah, I did, and I talked with the president, and I'm going to be going out with him soon within the
Nice,
next few
dude.
weeks. So that's
That's epic.
really, really awesome. And
That's
yeah,
epic.
Cool.
Oh yeah, man.
Zach, how was
That's
your
epic,
week?
dude. It's been a long one. I'm not gonna lie, man. But
Let's go.
I had my third interview last week. Actually, excuse me, I had it Monday, but feels like it was last week. I had it Monday, went really well. The dude reached out to a couple of my references. They put in a good word for me, so I'm praying that I get the job. And then I don't know if I want to say this on air, but I probably will. I'm probably going to be a little bit like down just because my grandma passed away yesterday.
Shucks,
Yeah,
man.
so it's been
The grandma you
tough
also you hang out with frequently, like you always go to her houses and stuff.
no, the other grandma, but
Okay, because I know that
tough,
grandma.
yeah,
I'm
you
sorry,
met her.
man. I'm sorry, man.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. I mean, it's just been
That's
tough, but we're just running through the week and we're here to talk some football. And before we get into football, I just want to give a little bit of an introduction because I feel like we haven't really given a proper introduction to a couple things on this podcast, and I feel like we could do better. First thing is we have an Instagram now. We said this at the end of our podcast last time, but I want to do this kind of like every podcast or every episode just to get the word out. In the End Zone podcast is our Instagram. So go
We do
follow
this.
that if you have not.
I do this every week.
Oh, through the intro?
Yeah, I always plug our stuff.
Okay.
Except last week I copied
Yeah,
an old
okay.
one because I was lazy.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
So we do
and
it.
Then the
But
second
hey,
thing is,
go ahead.
second
Cook.
thing is, shameless plug here. We actually have a Patreon as well. I'm not sure if you introduce a Patreon
Yes.
every single week. You do?
Except last week again. I used the
Okay.
old one.
Well,
Pop
now I
off,
feel like an
sis.
idiot. Well,
Slay, girl boss.
anyways,
off.
we have a Patreon. If you sign up to the Patreon before July 31st, you will be entered to win a free jersey up to $150 of your choice. Please do so. Help the boys out. Like, follow, subscribe to all the other channels, and
Pick me.
let's get it rolling, fellas.
Pick me. Zach, pick me.
Keaton.
Can I sign up for the Patreon and get a jersey? Or am I excluded?
Unfortunately, you can't. I'm sorry, Keaton.
Okay, well, good thing fake Gmails exist. Let's go.
Can I?
Nope.
All right. Well, use code settle down in the.
Anyways,
Okay. All right. This is just off to a rocky start,
man.
but whatever.
We're okay.
Whatever.
Anyways, let's throw the intro.
Green 18. Red 48. Settle down. Wide 80. Set hut.
We suck. We suck. Get rid of Belichick. Get rid of Mac Jones. Get rid of our entire fucking receiving core.
You guys are 2-8.
That's what I thought.
2-7, 2-8. It doesn't matter. We still suck.
So Seahawks played the Ravens. Final score was 28-25. Geno Smith, 5 touchdowns, no interceptions. Anyway, not really much to write home about that game. Just
right.
This is.
I don't think
egregious,
Jared
man.
Goff is a top 5 quarterback in the NFC.
Wait,
I think
are you putting Justin Herbert over Jared Goff? First off?
Yes.
It was like an interview for like a new podcast company.
Yeah.
Called
Mhm.
Brazzers. I mean, you could see I'm literally in the headquarters right now, dude.
I love that intro, man.
Great
That's a good
intro.
one. Great intro.
Well, thanks for
man.
staying with us through that rocky and tumultuous intro. But hey,
Yeah.
we're here.
One of them
We're
weeks,
here.
man. One of them weeks.
It is.
But-
It's been one of those
really
weeks
is.
of football
and
too.
really, we just don't have a lot to talk about. It's just kind
That's
of a
not
lot
true.
of weird off-season stuff.
Yeah,
Nothing
true.
that really is very interesting. Let's just say that. But I mean, getting into our first story. So Hard Knocks actually did a segment with the Giants for the offseason. And in this segment, they had a video that was pretty interesting. So one of the questions I'm going to ask is, did Saquon lie about not getting an offer from the Giants before signing with the Eagles? A lot of their fans heard from him specifically that he did not get an offer. However, when you go into this Hard Knocks episode that I don't believe has even been published yet or has been out yet, but it was a trailer for it. And one of the coaches asks Saquon, he says, Saquon, can you give me your word on that? Or are you not going to give us a chance? And this was on the phone with Saquon and says, what's the big deal here? While following his signing with the Eagles, Barkley implied on social media that the Giants didn't make him an offer to stay. And again, it says, quote unquote, from Saquon, let me educate some of you fans here. I can't bail or become a trader if I never got an offer to come back. So I went to the organization I felt that was the best. And after already being here for a month, I'm excited to be an Eagle. So it's kind of a moment for fans where it's like, man, did he lie about that? And if it's on tape through Hard Knocks, that's fucked up, dude. Like, that's blatantly lying to a full fan group. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. That was one of the things that I thought was pretty interesting. Don't know what you guys think. Doesn't really make sense regardless, even if he was offered, just because I think they had contract issues before that were a problem. I just don't think you want to play with the Giants.
Well,
Don't blame
yeah,
them.
you're also, and I'm going to be honest here. I think that also has to do with it, or that does, that plays a huge part. Something that a lot of people don't talk about, and this is something I've kind of thought about recently, is Saquon's not known as a running back that's been honestly healthy since he came into the league. Like when he has
Not at
been,
all.
he's otherworldly. But it just like Joe Burrow, his career's been kind of defined by injuries and whatever. People have often said that MetLife, which is where the Giants play most of their games, is one of the worst fields to play on. And statistically, it's one of the highest injury rates for like fields in the NFL. I wonder if that plays a part. Philadelphia has one of the nicer fields from what we've heard.
Right.
I mean, I'm just saying it
No,
might
that
be a
is
health.
fair. That is
It
fair.
could be a
No,
health
we've heard
choice
that
too. The Giants,
Right.
the Giants always have injured players, especially offensively.
The bad luck.
especially
The
at
bad
skill.
luck.
Yeah, true.
Just
now
a
they're
lot
just
of
going to
bad
Phil.
luck running through the Giants and the Chiefs, man.
Mm-hmm.
We'll get into that
Yeah.
later as well. But
Yeah, but it's
Not ideal.
I'm not saying that that's a thing, but it's definitely something to think about. So
Maybe that's why
Right.
Danny Dimes can't throw any dimes because of when they're on that field, like
yeah.
because
Okay.
yeah,
Maybe.
Danny, nice.
but
Yep.
real quick, Zach, I agree though. I think honestly Saquon just wanted to leave. I don't blame him at all. Eagles are a far better team, far better organization, in my opinion. And I think honestly he could be a really good fit in Philadelphia. So we'll
Right.
see.
No, I agree. I agree. I mean, realistically, it makes a lot more sense that he would probably lie about that rather than telling the fans straight up, just because in a moment like that, you don't know you're getting recorded. But if it's on recording and it's on Hard Knocks, he looks like an idiot. And it sucks for
He
their
would.
fans, but it is what it is. It is what
Like,
it is.
you think that's really going to affect him, though, at all? Like,
Hell
if
no.
it
Absolutely
no,
not.
you don't think so?
I don't think it'll affect his play. I don't think it'll affect anything other than Giants fans who he doesn't play for anymore. So he probably gives a rat's ass about them, realistically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rats' ass aren't great either. So
No,
I
they're really
mean,
not.
moving into a guy that's not impressing his fan base.
unless you're a
man, I don't
Niners
even
hater
really
like
wanna-
myself.
I just don't even want to talk about this. Brandon Ayuk might be the biggest diva in the NFL. I'm just going to straight up say it. He's being a bitch, a straight up bitch. So he lands with the 49ers. He lands with the 49ers or for a meeting with the 49ers. Both of them basically call each other up and say, hey, we need to have a meeting, correct? And so I'm like, all right, cool. He ends up landing with Jaden Daniels. I don't know if we talked about this last week. I can't remember.
We talked about this last week.
Yeah, he lands with Jaden Daniels.
Yeah.
And they have a conversation. It's decent, whatever. Anyways, the conversation basically went nowhere other than both sides getting out what they wanted to tell each other, right? So we get an update. And it was the Redskins. And with the Redskins, or not the Redskins, the Commanders. With the Commanders, it said that they offered the 49ers a first-round pick and then some other addition to the trade for Brandon Ayuk. And the Niners obviously declined it. The Niners offered that to the Commanders. The Commanders obviously declined it. So obviously, I mean, the Commanders don't think he's worth a first-round pick, but that's besides the point. All right, so the article says the San Francisco 49ers reportedly had trade discussions, like I said, but the Commanders opted against doing a deal, and this was from Adam Scheffler. Later in the day, JPA Football, that's who it was on Instagram, replayed what Schefter said. And Ayuk, specifically, his account replied, but I thought the Niners was never trying to trade me. It's like, dude, he's going on random people's accounts now and just like commenting just random stuff, which I'm like, I understand, but he's being such a diva. I can't even deal with it at this point. And then we got later news today that both the sides basically had conversation and, you know, they were able to talk through whatever they were trying to talk through, and they're still trying to make it work. But I'm at the point now where it's like, dude, this is beyond what Debo did last year. And that was enough for me. That was too much drama for me.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't sound like that he's going to be traded, though, now.
No, he wants to stay in San Francisco. He's just being a baby because he wants an extra $1 million. That's literally it. Like, he's being a baby because of an extra couple $1 million. And it's like, dude, you have the possibility to win maybe one Super Bowl, if not two, if we do get past the choking. If not win anything, but at least be competitive. You go to the Commanders, you're not going to be competitive for fucking 5 years. You go to Pittsburgh, have fun being 500.
Yeah, well, that's true. I think the Commanders might actually be competitive this year, but that's my hot take.
They're not the Niners. They're not the Niners.
No, but they'll both watch another team lift the Lombardi. So that's.
God, I hope not. Really hope not.
Statistically speaking.
Really hope not. It's tough. Yeah, dude, I'm just hoping they get it done. They've had fucking 2 meetings now, and it's like, god damn, come on, man. Like, it's starting to just get frustrating as a fan. Like, either trade him or sign him. You know what I'm saying?
At this point, Zach, I have a question for you, I guess, about Ayuk. What would you rather happen? Truly, I mean, obviously, I know you're like, sign him because he's good, right? But like at this point, for what he's like really done, like, how do you like really feel about that?
I don't care, honestly. I think everyone is either like on the bandwagon of getting rid of him or they're loyal and they want him to stay. And to me specifically, I want him to stay because of his play. I could give a fuck about what he's doing. It's just annoying to me at this point. Right. It's like, you understand this is a business, and if you understand it is a business, you know that it takes a while to get a contract done, especially with the 49ers. And I know that. But a lot of fans are just, they don't like that. They don't understand that. They don't understand business. And they're like, he's leaving. He's going here. I'm like, if he continues to meet with the 49ers, that's a good sign. Mm-hmm. And realistically, I think once he signs, it's over. Like, all this drama shit is over. We saw the same thing with Debo. Now he's straight business. It's over. He's just doing it to get his money, and that's what these guys do. NFL wide receivers are straight up divas. I mean, realistically, at this point, it's just kind of what they've become, and that's what he's become. I don't think he'll be a room menace. I don't think he'll be an issue. Genuinely, I think once he signs, he'll be straight up business, and it's fine. But I want him signed.
Sure.
I mean, our team last year went to the Super Bowl. I would say that we might have gotten better, if not stayed the same, with some of the departures and people that we actually signed as well. So I think we're a Super Bowl contender team, and I think it would be silly to not sign a $28 million contract rather than a 29.5 because you're fucking stingy. But that's
Fair.
me, and I don't think he will. Whatever it is, the drama needs to stop. And speaking about stop, these Russell Wilson memes need to stop. This was bad. Have you guys seen this? Let me
Muscle
share you
Wilson,
guys.
baby. Muscle Wilson.
The Instagram comments, man, and typically I'm a guy that loves real comments, right? Or Instagram comments in general.
Oh yeah,
These are out of fucking hand. I'll share
they're
you
insane.
what we're looking at. Entire screen, share, add to stage. So this was the photo, and then there's a couple of videos of him boxing. But I mean, if you look at him, he just kind of has a dad bod, right? I'm not gonna lie, he doesn't have the greatest chest genetics. I mean,
Not anymore, at
a
least.
couple of things that just look a little saggy, you know. Here's a video of him. I don't know if it'll actually play just because I don't have Twitter signed up, but yeah, here's him boxing. He just kind of looks a little flabby, you know, which as an NFL quarterback, you don't need to look perfect. But I go on to these comments, man. I see this on
Okay.
Instagram.
Reels comments
He
are
was-
otherworldly.
He was the one that posted it, bro. First comment had 10,000 likes. You know what it said?
Oh no.
It said, bro is built like my granddad. Second comment.
Mm.
Second comment had 6,000 fucking likes. Said he's trying to fight future. Fight the future. I'm like, come on. Come
Well,
on.
That's not. I don't think you understand what that one means.
Fight the
Future.
future is in.
No, Future the rapper.
Oh, do they have beef?
Well, I mean,
Never mind. I understand.
that's
now.
Sierra.
I thought.
That's Future's baby mama.
Oh shit. Oh,
Russell
fuck.
Wilson's
Wait,
wife.
that makes that comment so much better. I didn't know that.
Yeah, Russell Wilson's wife, Ciara, had a baby with Future, and Russell Wilson, like, basically loves that kid like it's his son, and they're always hang out. And Future
Yo,
doesn't
that's
ever
crazy.
see the kid.
That's
yeah,
crazy.
so yeah. But
Can you
Future always
imagine if he
disses
retires and
Ciara.
we get like a Logan
That'd be
Paul type of fight.
sick.
Russell Wilson versus fucking Future.
Yeah, that would be cool.
But-
That'd be cool.
Dude, yeah.
Insta-
those
I
memes,
think-
they need to stop.
I think it's also just crazy. Instagram real memes are
They're out of this
Absolutely
world.
nuts.
they're a
they're
special breed.
absolutely
I'm gonna be honest. I've been off Instagram for almost like 2 years now, and I recently started to get on Instagram
Dude, they're so
because
funny.
Reels comments legitimately reeled me back in. I was a
Dude,
fish
they're
on the
so
hook,
funny.
man.
They're so
so-
funny.
Oh man, I don't
Some
know
of
what
them
to
are
get into
bad.
it.
Some of them are bad. Some of those guys need to be banned straight up.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like, how
but they
can you
won't.
even think about that? They're so creative too, especially
they're-
with
they're
sports.
really
I'm
good.
like, dude, I really want to read some more of these off because
Yeah.
they were really bad. They were really bad. Let's see. And it wasn't even Russell that posted them. It was the NFL, which the NFL has not had much content to post. I mean, they're reposting some stuff that's crazy, but this shit is crazy.
I'll find
Yo,
some-
training to fight Future in Metro. Jake Paul licking his lips after watching that video. Holy shit, my quarterback is back. Why he wearing Kobe's to boxing? Bro is training for Mike Tyson.
Yeah.
Oh my god. He
It's
pissed
just-
me off. Corny.
Yeah. It's
Am
well,
I
and then
supposed to be afraid of the Steelers? Rams fucking posted that. A Rams fan did. Still not as big as Drake May. It's just Drake May in the profile.
that's awesome.
This can't be real. Dude, it's just so funny, man.
Yeah,
It's gotta stop. It's gotta
yeah.
stop.
Instagram just has to figure.
I
Actually, no,
think-
they should keep them going.
Keep it
Look,
going.
I think Russell Wilson's cringy, but fuck, man. All he did was post him fucking boxing. That's
Hey,
it. Like him
that's all-
training. He's grinding.
Dude, I've seen this kid be like, "Hey guys, I'm gonna go get McDonald's," and then people literally just clown this kid in the comments,
yeah,
and I'm like,
yeah.
"What do you even like?" They
Yeah,
just
dude.
there's no limit. Russell Wilson could
It's
post
not-
a cute photo with
uh,
him and his wife. People would find a way.
I saw like
Hey.
an 8-year-old white kid that was wearing a hat backwards like this, and he's
Uh-huh.
in the car listening to E40, He's like,
I
on my
s-
way to the Bay,
the jo-
on my
yeah,
way to the
on my-
Bay, and they're like,
and
where
someone's
you
like,
going,
someone,
Dublin?
yeah, someone's like,
You
someone's
going
like,
Lafayette?
people were like, bro's from Walnut Creek. Bro's going to Fairfield. Like it's
Bro's
yeah,
heading to Pleasanton, dude. I saw
Yeah.
it was dying. I was like, no
Yeah.
shot.
I saw that
Dude,
same
crazy.
video.
That shit is wild.
Well, speaking of
Oh,
wild,
man.
speaking of crazy, we finally have some resolution in a hot topic we've been talking about for the past 3 weeks. Isaiah Buggs.
Oh, this man again.
Isaiah Buggs, he's back in the news, and this time, it's bittersweet. It's kind of bittersweet. He's
Okay.
been released from the NFL. Well, at least the Kansas City Chiefs. He is now
Okay.
officially a free agent, who probably finds himself retired or close to. I don't think he finds a team. I don't know if a team wants that type of drama.
After that, no.
Look,
I wouldn't blame him.
we've kind of explained what has happened, but if you guys don't know, if this may be your first episode listening, he had 2 recent arrests within the last, I don't know, month, maybe a month and a half at most. These included allegations of animal cruelty, in which 2 dogs were found chained up in his house, severely malnourished, scratches all over him, standing in their own fecal matter and urine. Basically, hadn't been fed or cleaned in weeks, or at least days at that point. He gets arrested, and then immediately gets arrested again for breaking and entering with a burglary charge after brutally beating up a woman who is rumored to be his baby mother. He broke into her house with a tire iron, apparently dragged her down the stairs, beat her up a little bit, and has since, I think he's posted bond as well, but doesn't matter. He's not beating that case, whether
Nope.
he likes it or not. And the
Nope.
Chiefs said, okay, well, you're not a star player, so you're not going to get as many chances, and you're out of here, pal.
That was my next question. Do you think if he was a starter or if he was good, he would have got another chance? Because we saw with Rashee Rice, same offseason, same amount of things.
Yeah.
But it's a little bit different when you get into the domestic abuse. Like,
True.
if it's
NFL
just
does
domestic,
not fuck around with that. Also
well, that's not true. If it's just domestic abuse, the NFL tends to turn a blind eye if it's like a very rare case. You're going to get in trouble, but the NFL doesn't care. The NFL's a business. However, the combination of that with animal cruelty,
that's
you're going to have the NFL is going to be in a world of pain, and the Chiefs will be in a world of hurt if they don't.
Especially if it's back to
business.
back like that,
Right.
like and
the NFL typically does not punish people for domestic violence, and we've seen that in the past with a lot of guys, Ray Rice, Adrian Peterson. But if you do it twice, or if you have 2 counts of something happen in the same offseason,
Kareem Hunt,
typically,
that one.
typically you're fucked. You get released or something happens. But in the past, like we've seen with Kareem Hunt, you get another chance. So
you do.
If Buggs is decent, he will get another chance, but I don't really know if he's decent.
Yeah,
well,
he might be the type of guy that was really
well,
good.
he wasn't. I mean, go ahead, Ant. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, remember when Kareem Hunt was like insane, like for 2 years, for that 2 years, and then he got in trouble with that, and then he wasn't on a team. Yeah, and then he wasn't on a team, and now he's a second string for the Browns.
He's playing. I mean, he's productive again. But yeah, exactly. Like
the running back position is just such a fuck position.
But also,
you fuck up once, you're done.
Like
exactly.
Straight up though, the point of that is he fell off. 2 years, prime time. He could have been a stud. He could have been a star for a lot longer, but then he had to fuck it up. Here he is now, not doing a whole lot. Like,
exactly. He's not playing hot.
He's still making money, but he's not playing hot. I mean, like, and you just fall off, and it's just not good either way.
Well, and it's just been. I mean, Isaiah Buggs has bounced between a bunch of teams, and it's never really been pretty on any of them. You know, he wasn't getting in trouble, but
he is only like 27 though, right?
Yeah, he's 27. So he could. I mean,
he's really not that
the problem is like if you're not a productive player and you're making mistakes like this, you know, your chances of getting another team are already slim because you're not a good player. And then you're followed by this history of just shitty and tumultuous crime. You might as well kiss your chances goodbye. And honestly, man, like, and real quick, I'll bring this up. Lonnie Phelps, kind of a no name, was undrafted. a guy who's just fighting for a roster spot, was signed in 2023 to the Browns after a decent career at, I believe, Kansas. I could be wrong on that, but he's the defensive end. He was arrested for DUI after crashing his car into a restaurant in Key West, Florida, when he was basically getting breathalyzed by cops. Apparently, he was resistant. He also got charged with resisting arrest. He got released, man, and he had just signed a contract, basically giving him the ability to come back, be a practice squad guy, maybe fight for a third down special teams type role. He got released.
Jeez, man.
And he's a guy that hasn't really produced at all. He played one season as a practice squad player, so didn't really make any money. His career's probably cooked because he made one stupid decision. So we see this pretty
undrafted last year, 6'2", 245, went to the University of Miami and Kansas.
Miami, thank you. And Kansas. Okay.
He went to both, yeah. But dude, that's just kind of sad. Like, you grind your whole life to basically make a team, and he's 20. He's younger than us. How old is he actually? He might not 20, but
damn, we're old, bro. We're so old.
2000, he's 24, 23, 24,
So
whatever that is.
So he's our age, my age at least.
Yeah, he's like damn near our age. And it's like, dude, you grind your whole life to make a fucking NFL team. And even if you are a practice squad guy, you make good money.
I said this before. It's the structure. You spend every minute, waking day or night, training to get to this penultimate goal of making the NFL. Right. You finally get there, and then it's like, okay, I've made it. Like, obviously, I'm still going to work, but now I'm getting money, which I'm not used to because I didn't really ever have to work. And then it just the money, I wouldn't say the fame, but like the clout, I guess, is a good. There's like that.
You get complacent.
You get complacent. That's a perfect word. Complacency plays. And I think that's what happened here. So yeah.
And really, that's the difference between a good, great, and Hall of Fame player right there. The level of complacency. Like, I just saw a video of Cooper Kupp, and he's like, when I was a freshman in high school, I weighed 119 pounds. He weighed 119 pounds. He went into it, and the coach was like, you're never going to play. You're too small. Went into college. They said the same thing. Went into the NFL. He didn't expect to play. Always had a chip on his shoulder, wanting to get better. Lonnie Phelps clearly does not want that.
Yeah.
Clearly.
Yeah. I knew a guy that played against I knew a kid, I worked with them, that played, he was a cornerback or a DB and played against Cooper Kupp at Western Kentucky. Said he got cooked, torched, gave up like 260 receiving yards, a touchdown, was pulled in the fourth quarter, just got absolutely ham-hocked. I don't think he gave it up, but I think Cooper Kupp just beat the crap out of him.
Western Kentucky and Central, what was Michigan? The place that, is it Central Michigan?
Well, I don't know. What are you referencing?
JJ Watt and what's his name? CTESPN.
Yeah, he went to Central. Right? Yeah, they both went to Central Michigan.
Yeah. Those two, man. Those two colleges. They're small, but they produce a lot of talent.
It's actually crazy. Like how much talent they really do produce from there.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of production and lack thereof, man, the Dallas Cowboys, I mean, this offseason, we talk about the Chiefs having a bad offseason. Talk about a quiet offseason, and not quiet in a good way of like, hey, we did really well. Let's keep working towards it. Quiet in a terrible way. And it only is getting worse here. Dallas's head coach, Mike McCarthy, came out. He didn't specifically say this, but there's been players and sources around the team basically saying that he's getting visibly and audibly tired of Jerry Jones and his antics. In this, it says that Jerry Jones is getting tired of being undermined in what has felt like every decision he has made this offseason. Players are noticing that Jerry Jones and Mike McCarthy have started to kind of get butt heads a little bit more frequently.
Wait, Jerry Jones feels undermined?
Vice versa. So McCarthy is tired of being
wrong.
undermined. Yeah.
Sorry. That makes sense. That makes a lot more
And
sense.
this isn't, and I may have said that wrong, but this isn't the first time we've seen this too. JJ McCarthy. Mike McCarthy, like I said, it feels like he can't make certain decisions that like benefit the team, and we've seen that. Jimmy Johnson won 3 Super Bowls with that team, was still ran through the mud, was basically had to be forced his way out of that organization. Really the only productive part of that franchise that we've ever seen from a coaching perspective. And he said that Jerry Jones and co are they want to have their feet in every little thing. And one of the biggest things that people don't talk about is that Jerry Jones once or twice a week hosts a radio show for like an hour or on a radio show, and he'll just talk. But no, like Jerry Jones, he does this radio show and he basically just airs out his grievances for an hour, and he does not care who he's speaking about. He's complained about Dak Prescott, he's complained about McCarthy, he's complained about Jimmy Johnson in the past. So we've seen this, and I don't know, man. Last year, Mike McCarthy's contract, and they've got 3 huge contracts, player contracts to deal with, and I don't know, man. It's just going to be a weird year for Dallas, especially with Philadelphia looking as good and
Dude,
the Commanders
look.
looking better too. So
A part of me is just curious. Like, do you think the Dallas Cowboys are just bored at this point? They're not getting really many headlines. They're not really the center of attention. And this is the one thing in the offseason that we hear. You re-sign Mike McCarthy, and now he has problems with Jerry Jones. Jerry Jones is a problem for the whole NFL.
he's
I'm
been a
sorry.
problem forever.
No one likes him.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
he's never not been a
have
problem.
his antics have been there for 10 plus years now. It's like, I completely am on Mike McCarthy's side. I'm sorry. I don't like his antics either. And I think realistically, he makes them struggle.
Yeah,
Like the
I agree.
decisions that
Yeah.
he makes, he doesn't make it for the team. He makes it for money. And realistically, they could be better without him. And look, I don't think Mike McCarthy's a great quarterback or a great, great head coach. He's had a lot of good quarterbacks in his time, Aaron Rodgers, stuff like that. But he's a good enough head coach to win at least a playoff game, in my opinion.
He's won a
right?
Super Bowl. Yeah,
With the Cowboys, he should be able to win multiple playoff games. And to me, whenever we see this, it's our year shit. Who is kind of saying that? Jerry Jones is the one that's putting out these antics where it's like, this is our year. Our talent is going to finally produce what we need to win a Super Bowl. And it's like, homie, no, they're fucking not.
and
Yeah.
he was the guy. He was the guy saying, "Hey, we're gonna have a very it's time to have a very loud offseason," and then it was nothing. Like he was the one setting the
Exactly.
precedent that we're gonna have a productive and busy offseason, and
I'm gonna
they've done nothing.
And what, you
They've
signed
lost more
Zeke
players
and
than
you
they've
fucking
gained.
signed Eric Kendricks? Zeke and Eric Kendricks. Those are the only two that you fucking signed. You re-signed a 31-year-old. How old is Zeke? He's probably not that old, but I mean, I don't know, dude. It's like you can't really say stuff like that and just 28. He seems like he's a lot older, but 28. So you can't say shit like that and then blame a head coach and go on a talk show and blame other players, which
Yeah,
part of me is like, man, I respect that he's transparent about it and that he thinks there's issues with Dak. But another thing is like, they've come out and said that they're prioritizing Dak over CeeDee Lamb and Micah Parsons. So what is it? Like, what do
Yeah.
you want?
I don't know. I don't know.
I
don't know.
At this point, it's like, hey, I'm not complaining though. Fuck the
Sure.
Cowboys.
going
Hey,
off of
I'm cool
going
with
off of
them
Dak
losing.
going off of Dak Prescott as well, though the sexual assault lawsuit against him has officially been dismissed.
Mm.
There was a
Mhm.
sexual assault.
I believe we talked about this.
Mhm.
What? I don't remember this. When did this happen? This offseason?
I believe so.
Yeah, I believe we talked about this. Police dropped an investigation into a sexual assault claims against Dak Prescott last month due to lack of evidence, ending a months-long
this is
legal battle
2017.
over an
Holy
alleged
fuck.
2017 incident.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So I believe back when he was in college, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
No, because he was
2017
20
was his
Was
Was he
rookie.
drafted?
I
that
don't
was
know.
his first.
Yes, he
that
was.
his
It was
first year.
his
Yeah.
rookie year. Yeah.
Mhm.
So.
Jeez,
Oh
man.
yeah. Which reportedly took place in the parking lot of a Dallas strip club after his rookie season with the Cowboys. That was the alleged incident.
No. He was
2017.
drafted 2016. This
He
was
was
when
drafted
he's in.
Oh, it
2016.
was after. It was after his rookie season. So
Wow.
it was, we suck, dude.
Oh my god, dude.
We don't know ball. Wait, what just happened here?
Jeez.
The fact that we don't know ball?
No, I'm just laughing just because it's like
It's
after your
just-
rookie season, you get a little fame. It's just telling with this episode, honestly.
Yeah.
It's
yeah.
so.
It takes some time for NFL players to mature. That's
I
clear.
know. It does.
But
Well, look.
I mean, Dak's a star player, so
Dak is
he's
star
going to
player.
get a slap on the wrist if it was true.
Hey, you know what? You want to talk about slap on the wrist? We have one pretty big off-field kind of piece of discussion, I guess we should talk about. The NFL, specifically NFL Sunday Ticket, is being sued by a ton of people, and this is honestly a really crazy thing. And before I jump into this, I just want to say that the consumer, right? Like we see these huge contracts, we see jersey prices going up, fatter contracts, food gets more expensive, drinks at stadiums get more expensive, tickets get more expensive. All this stuff, the consumer loses, and Sunday Ticket has not faded from that. And we see, people boycotting certain fast food restaurants, and they're starting to drop their prices. The same thing has slowly but surely been happening with Sunday Ticket, except Sunday Ticket's done the opposite. And so here's what's going on. So a lawsuit filed in 2015, subscribers to NFL Sunday Ticket have accused the league, its teams, and its network partners, at this time DirecTV and a few others, of working together to sell the out-of-market sports package at an inflated price and restrict competition. The NFL has argued it was able to sell the viewing package under an antitrust exemption for broadcasting, while the plaintiffs, the people filing the lawsuit, have said the exemption only covers over-the-air broadcasts instead of paid TV. The plaintiffs are seeking $7 billion in damages, but because it's a federal antitrust case in which damages can triple, that number could increase to at least $21 billion. Well, at most. So here's what's really important about this, right? The main people that are suing are a lot of local and small businesses who have felt like they can get people in on Sundays if they buy Sunday Ticket, but the NFL consistently keeps raising up prices for Sunday Ticket, basically negating how much business they can make and then kicking everyone out of the space to air these games, correct? So here's some key arguments, and after I read this, we can go ahead and like deliberate in what we're talking about. So plaintiffs claim that absent the allegedly incompetitive agreements at issue, the telecasts available on Sunday Ticket would be available through other means, which would result in more access to telecasts of NFL games at lower prices. Goodell and Jones, I don't know if that's Jerry Jones, but I will find out. I don't know. I will find out. Goodell and Jones, in their testimony, defended league's broadcast model, calling Sunday Ticket a premium product, which we talked about last week. We have been clear throughout that it is a premium product, not just on pricing, but quality. Fans make that choice whether they wanted it or not. And so, I mean, and then one of the biggest frustrations right now is that, they put it on DirecTV. Goodell also said that the league put NFL Sunday Ticket on DirecTV because it was one of the few platforms with national distribution per the AP. He also referenced the fragmented nature of cable companies as the league's reasoning for why the package wasn't available on cable. And so this is the biggest thing that they're frustrated about, is that you couldn't buy Sunday Ticket through, mom and pop shop cable in Minnesota. You had to pay for a premium DirecTV package, and then on top of that, pay for a premium NFL Sunday Ticket package, because one, they were too lazy to sell that service to a cheaper cable network, and two, because they both had a partnership in which they wanted to increase their profit margins. So this is a case that is currently ongoing. At the moment, both sides have wrapped up their arguments, and the jurors, and actually it is Jerry Jones. Arguments began earlier this month in the trial, which has featured testimony from NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell and Jerry Jones, just like we talked about. So doing everything but owning a team. But yeah, jury deliberations are expected today, Wednesday, of which we are recording. So there will probably be a resolution by the time this episode comes out on Friday. So next week we might have some crazy stuff.
Yeah.
This might be fantastic for the consumer, because if this goes through, NFL Sunday Ticket might drop in price. I don't know if that's the case, but there's that possibility. So, what do you guys think about this? Yeah, God, because it's $400 now. So
it's insane.
Dude, that's insane. I did not know it was that expensive.
It's YouTube TV only. So you have to have
Sunday
YouTube
Ticket
now.
when we were in college, but that's because it was a student. I had the student thing, so I got it for like 100
right?
Like it was like $112 for like all of it, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna do that. So I did it. It was awesome, but then it like went away, and I was like, okay. And now it's only on YouTube TV. Shout out to Parker Hughes, so we can get pretty much damn near every single game because we have our location and his location. So
just
Shout out to you
visiting.
once again, Parker. Yep, we're just visiting, brother, in
On
York,
vacation,
Nebraska.
dude.
Yeah.
York, Nebraska, middle of nowhere. But yeah, so yeah,
Shout out to
no,
Parker
but
though.
shout out to Parker for that. But anyways, Sunday ticket overpriced. It needs to be resolved. I think it needs to be on
400
multiple
is
platforms,
insane,
not just
man.
YouTube TV. In my opinion, I think it needs to be on multiple platforms. I think that's a little bit
agree.
ridiculous. And NFL does a great job when it comes to the marketing and everything, and pricing. Not necessarily pricing. Sorry, excuse me, just marketing. But they need to figure this out though, because I feel like condensing it just to YouTube TV, you also have to subscribe to YouTube TV as well to get that.
Yep.
And
Yeah,
Look,
and it's
I don't know.
And the thing is, they're starting to expand as well. We see that with the Netflix.
Yeah.
We're seeing with the Netflix this year for Christmas. What are they going to bring up next? It's going to be $1,000 in 2029. It's like,
Yep.
dude, like, I don't know.
Like,
And
I
honestly-
don't have that kind of money.
YouTube TV, honestly,
Yeah.
I think YouTube TV is cool, but to pay $400 for it and then the subscription for YouTube, fuck no. And then
No.
now we have
Well-
Netflix for the Christmas games. It's like, dude,
yeah,
give us a
and
full
that's
package that's worth it.
and that's the thing. And I honestly think that the more people that like skip buying these services, and honestly, shout out Stream East, man. If you had the ability to just watch a game on your computer, use Stream East. If you have a smart TV, go to the web, like go to your web browser, use Stream East. Find a way to stream this. And
Love
look,
streams too.
I'm condoning.
Needless
I
sports.
am. Arrest me again. I'm condoning illegal activity here. But honestly, call me Robin Hood, because this illegal activity benefits the consumer, which is the most important practice here. I'm going to be honest. I just said we've seen restaurants get boycotted. McDonald's is dropping their prices. Wendy's, all these places. Sunday ticket
We're
should
giving more food now.
finally, bro. All I have to do is record them and
God.
point a Glock 19 at them. But hey, I'll get my double chicken, and it's double chicken.
Yeah.
But if honestly, if more people start to just wake up and stop paying for this service that's exorbitantly or like way exorbitant, and honestly, there's a ton of people that would pay for a service that just allows you to watch one out of market team. So if I lived in York, Nebraska, and I just wanted to watch Seahawks games, the NFL won't allow you to do that. People would pay $70 a year, $80 a year, $90 a year to do that instead of $500 to watch every game in which they don't care about. Because I'll be honest, when a Seahawks game comes on, I don't give a shit about Sunday ticket. I don't care.
Yep.
I'm just watching that. I don't care about Red Zone. But
Right.
it's the NFL. So keep on. If you guys want to boycott it, do it. Make the NFL lose money. They'll lower the price, I promise you. But the more people keep buying it, the more they're gonna just keep raising the price. So yeah.
Not good.
Not good.
Let's hope that
Yeah. Consumer
I
baby.
thought I would think I would ever say that, but seriously, let's hope the NFL doesn't. But I think that kind of wraps up our episode, unless you guys have anything else to add.
I'm good. Ant,
no,
you
I'm
got
good.
anything?
No, not really. Thank you all for listening. Continue to like and subscribe, comment on all the videos. Please follow the Instagram. That's where we post all the clips and everything.
Please.
In the Endzone
please.
podcast.
In the Endzone podcast.
In the
Yep.
Endzone podcast, follow it, please. And
Yep.
all the rest
Please.
of them. Good old hockey podcasts. Settle down.
Maybe
We'll
not
have
the
some
hockey
future
one.
ones as well. Also,
Yeah,
join our
if-
Patreon by July 31st, like we said, and subscribe and comment, like Anthony's saying.
Yes, sir.
For just a cup of coffee, you could have a free jersey. Just being honest.
That's
Deuces.
facts. That's facts.